start wherever you want. Of like, what's the latest? How bad is it? What's silver lining? What's going on out there?
There's a lot going on, right? And that's putting it plainly, because you have a lot of conflicting information being thrown at the world, right? And we have to figure out how to address it, and that carries over to markets, right? And it's very difficult for people to believe that, but that's actually how it works. People receive information, they digest it, and then they act on the market, and then the market actually prices in whatever people are thinking. And this is very difficult for people to kind of wrap their head around, because they think that, well, in a real market, they think that somebody's literally pulling strings and levers. And that's not really the case. And I've shown that, like when you look at centralized exchanges, coin ranking sites, you can see the data, right? And the difference in the data when you're looking at an actual on-chain coin versus all the fugazi stuff. And, if you still don't understand what I'm saying, all these exchanges collapsing should kind of point you in the right direction. Because I'm tired of repeating this stuff. Like it's one of the funny things. You got people in fake crypto, because I'm not going to call them crypto. They're not in crypto. That's fake crypto. Professing to understand what is crypto, but yet they want coin ranking sites and centralized exchanges. Now, I am not Einstein. I am not Plato. I am not Pythagoras. I'm not Isaac Newton. But seems pretty freaking clear to me that they are not necessary in this environment that we call cryptocurrency. All they do is add counterparty risk. And that's the real risk that exists in markets. I did a whole stream on it. Go look it up. Just search counterparty in YouTube on my channel, and it will pop up. That's all you need to know about markets to understand why crypto exists. Period. Anybody telling you anything else, feeding you some lies, because they don't understand why crypto exists. When was it born? Literally at the bottom of the bear market in 2008, which was literally the end of U.S. homogeneity, monetarily speaking. I don't think people really understand that. U.S. domination, financial domination, ended at that point in time, and it's been evident in markets. This is why you've had the S&P 500 do what it's done, because the dollar is being debased at a rate never seen before. That's not a positive thing. Go look at the Venezuela stock market. Go look at Argentina's stock market. Go look at all these stock markets from all these nations where they've gone bust. You need to understand how these things happen in order to see it first, right? It's easy to pretend like everybody pretended in crypto for the last 2 years, while people over here were like, hey, you might want to pay attention to ABC 1, 2, 3. Well, now these people are either bankrupt, broke, or can't get their funds out because they didn't want to learn what crypto was for. They wanted to believe the hype. Now, you can ride hype all you want, but that doesn't pay the bills. Knowing what's true, what's factual, and what's not is what pays the bills, right? This is why you have people going through what they're going through now. I mean, Celsius, Luna, how many times do we have to see the same thing? It's pretty ludicrous.
Take us through that too. This past summer, when the dominoes started to fall, because I was asking Dylan a few minutes ago too, like, is there a way? And we talked about 2008 for a minute too. Is there a way to see how long it takes for everything to fall, so we kind of know where we're at in the cycle with with crypto in particular right now?
Nah, it doesn't work that way. Right? I mean, is there a book on how to get rich? No. There's no formula for anything. You just have to understand the market and how things are supposed to work. This really isn't hard. The problem is that if we don't look further than our nose, we're not going to fucking see. And that's everybody's problem. Everybody wants to rely on some third party to give them something that's valid. And that's just never going to happen. That's exactly why we live how we live as a society. I mean, people pretend that things are good and everything is going fine, yet you have the highest homeless rates ever. Like,
Yeah.
stop lying to yourself. You don't got to take my word for it. Just go look outside. These are just the facts. Pretty simple, you know? I mean, crypto has shown the world what bad governance is, because there is no other way Bitcoin goes from 0 to 69,000. I mean, you guys got to understand that math doesn't just materialize out of thin air because it does. That's like gold going to 2,000. That happened for a reason, even though it should be higher, right? Even though maybe Bitcoin should have never went to 69,000. Fact of the matter is that it did. And there's an implication. There is an implication behind that. And it's pretty significant. Now, it's on you, the individual, to make sure you understand that. Because otherwise, you're going to be out here walking around in a landmine field when there's no need for that. And that's what everybody's been doing in crypto as long as I've been back in this joint. Like, it's been the same as it was in 2017, 2016. People do not learn. People have no interest in learning. What's the point? They just like entertainment, clearly. This bear market has made that evident. People have zero interest in learning. Very few actually do. The wreckage highlights that. It's not like it's a secret. You can see it.
I like how Peter Thiel was speaking at the Bitcoin conference this past summer, and he said, he talked about, I wish you would have bought more Bitcoin, and how it's the canary of the coal mine for the financial system right now. And I always thought that was an interesting way of putting it.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, that's just putting it in a cliche way. The existence of Bitcoin, all in and of itself, highlights the impropriety of the monetary system as it exists. Why else would somebody dream that up? It wouldn't be necessary otherwise. Like, it's really that simple. I implore everybody watching to grasp that it's that simple. Why else do we need to do something else to survive? Why else do we need to invest? I mean, the average person has no idea what the first rule of finance is. The first rule of finance is as follows: $1 today is not worth $1 tomorrow. Period. That's the first thing we're taught. Now, why do you think that is? Just as a crypto person.
Well, inflation is what comes to mind.
Well, duh. I mean, no shit.
Like, is there a deeper answer to this one? I don't know.
No. That's my point. You do not have to be me to understand what's going on. That's a fallacy.
Yeah.
I'm not some genius. I point you exactly the way you need to see where the problem is, and it's the money in your pocket. It does not work ever, because every day that passes by, it does not do its job. Its job is not to just be in your pocket. That's not money.